Today we're talking about collecting. And it may not be the best form of collecting for a lot of people right now in 2022, but I'm here to educate you regardless. So sit tight and get to learning. Welcome on in, Dragonfolk. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I know I am. My name is Ashen Wings, and today we are here to talk about something that a lot of people view as crazy, insane. I personally have been called absolutely bonkers by several individuals because of my dreams and aspirations to do this thing. Something that a lot of people would look at and say that you are wasting your money, to which I wholeheartedly agree. Today, we are talking about collecting master sets. Master set collecting is something I've always enjoyed about the CCG kind of space, and even with the slew of products that are getting pushed down our throats over here at Magic the Gathering, I wanted to talk about a more current set and how you can possibly even collect a master set from it, and if you could even profit off of that. For those of you who don't know what master sets are, there are differing opinions on what a master set is, but for the most part, the consensus seems to be that there's at least one of every version of every card that came out in a set, as well as a foil counterpart to it if it has one. Although some people, who have much more money than I ever will, believe that owning a playset of every card in foil and non-foil is a master set. So if you're that person, my PayPal link's in the description down below. Feel free to send some of that good old cash my way. Speaking of cash, I do want to preface this before we actually get into the video, doing any deep dive and such. Please, 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 before you start doing anything like this, even if you're just starting your small collections, okay? Please make sure your finances are in order, okay? Please make sure that you've got money in retirement accounts of some sort. Make sure you have a savings account with at least 6 to 8 months worth of your monthly bills put into it. Make sure you have no debts before going into something like this, because I understand that we all really love shiny cardboard, and the thought of owning an entire set of something just clicks something in our mind, but I don't want to see any of you guys go into some kind of debt because of something like this. So please just realize that the cardboard can be like last on the ladder of priorities. Take care of all this other stuff first. And who knows, right? Maybe the explanation of this set is going to be so incredibly daunting to you that you may never want to collect a master set of it or any product from the modern age forever. So without further ado, let's go ahead and reveal what set we are collecting today. Innistrad Crimson Vow. I know, most of you have probably clicked off the video by now, or you haven't even started it because of the title, but I swear this is an educational piece. Innistrad Crimson Vow, a set that had and still has such a bad reputation with the players. So much so that draft boxes are going for under $80 right now. Although while everyone and their mother likes to bash this set, I find it quite good. A lot of awesome art, Dracula box toppers, borderless slow lands, art by someone who worked on Castlevania. It's just full of goodies. But collecting a master set of something that came out in late 2021 is definitely intimidating. There are so many variants of cards, and I will go over each variant, the cost of each variant collection in foil and non-foil, as well as look over the promos and pre-release goodies that you may find for this set. And hopefully, this will give you an idea of where to start your collection, and you can move on from there. First, let's start with the base set. The base set has a collection number, which is located at the bottom left of the card. For Innistrad Crimson Vow, the amount of cards in the set is 277. This is where most collectors who are looking to collect entire sets would stop, simply because this number doubles to 554 with the addition of the foil versions. So, if you're interested in collecting base versions of master sets, then just look at the number of cards in the bottom left corner and you'll know how much you need. This is probably the basic beginner way to start a master set, and frankly, if you just did this, it'd be perfect for you. It'd be enough to appreciate the cards themselves, but there are so many more things. So, if you just wanted to collect everything that was printed in the base version of Crimson Vow, you'd be paying roughly $200 before tax for all of the non-foil set, and $260 before tax for the foils, which equal out to about $460 for a complete base set of Crimson Vow. But we all know there are a million variants to cards these days, and so many promos. The collection number for the base set may end at 277, but there are actually 412 cards in the master set of Crimson Vow. This is due to the variants that you can find in the set along with the base cards, such as showcase cards, borderless, and extended arts. Not to mention each variant having a foil counterpart, which doubles that number. Most collectors, it seems, even count the commander cards that come with the set, even though they have a different set code. Vow is the set code for Innistrad Crimson Vow, whereas VOC is the set code for Commander Innistrad Crimson Vow. Let's take a look at the variants and how much it would cost for you to get them. First, we'll go ahead and start with the borderless cards, since they are next in the numbered order of the set, being 278 through 285. There are only 8 cards in borderless for this set, but they do include all 3 planeswalkers and the land cycle. For the non-foil versions, it costs around $75 before tax and $100 for the foils. And just so we're clear, the prices on these videos are based on the prices at release of the video. So it may change over time, and I will plan to revisit sets to get a good idea of what has changed. Next up, we have showcase cards, to which there are 43 cards, each having a foil version as well. Crimson Vow is a bit weird in this regard because one card is more expensive in its showcase version than any other. The card in question is Sorin the Mirthless. That is because it was drawn by a well-renowned artist who drew for Castlevania, and it was originally very hard to find. The price on that card has gone down significantly since launch, because at launch it was going for about $200 to $250. But right now you can find it at a wonderful $65 in its foil version. Its non-foil version was always pretty regularly priced. But even at $65, it is still the most expensive card in the set in foil. For the showcase cards, it will cost you $62 before taxes and shipping for the non-foil, and $138 for the foils. The next variant set we have for Crimson Vow is the Dracula box toppers. Now, these box toppers were located in every single booster box you bought, so they are very cheap, and even the foils are very affordable. There are 34 cards in total, combining the foils and the non-foils. The non-foils will cost you $30, and the foils will cost you $40. These variants were much like the Godzilla skins for Ikoria, but there were so many duplicates that were opened, not to mention they were box toppers for the set, of course, so it was very easy to find them all. Variant set number 4 is the extended art cards. These can only be found in collector boosters, so it is a bit higher on the price tag. There are 52 cards in total, with the non-foils being $120 and the foils being $165 for the set. The rest of the cards for Crimson Vow are promos that range from $398 to $412. This section contains the basic lands you get from bundles, the Buy a Box promo, the bundle exclusive art version of a card, 3 play promos given out at WPN stores, and 5 special Moonlit lands that were given out as WPN prizes. Each Moonlit land is a foil etched card, and it's in its grayscale art found within the set. I honestly did not know these things existed, so it was very fun finding that out, and I'm really wondering what hidden gems are in other sets too. This section of the collection, though, costs about $110 before taxes. The play promos can be found in foil and non-foil, but everything else has only one version. This is officially the entire set of Crimson Vow in your possession, which adds up to a whopping 792 cards, and costs you roughly $1,300. Disgusting, right? Well, be ready to be even more disgusted, because that isn't even all of the cards. Pre-release stamped cards and Crimson Vow Commander cards are still not being accounted for. So let's go over those and see how much more we need to get. For the pre-release cards, I like to just get the date-stamped ones that are given out in pre-release boxes. There are 84 cards in total, and they only come in foil. This collection will actually cost you pretty much the most out of anything at a whopping $305. Speaking of the stamped cards, there are also those promos that come out with other sets in the promo packs that are given out at LGSs for F&M prizes. Personally, I don't count these simply because they get printed as sets come out, so feel free to just pick these up as they are released, but I don't find them necessary since they aren't printed for the set. It's kind of much along the lines of the list. I don't believe the list is something that needs to be kept in here either. Finally, we are looking over the commander lists. The only commander cards I list here are the new ones printed for this set. Again, this set's code is VOC, so that is what we are looking for on the bottom left of the cards. For Crimson Vow, there were 2 commander decks, each containing 2 foil legendary creatures. These foil legendary creatures can be found in non-foil in collector packs if I recall, adding 2 more onto the list here. There are also 8 commander cards that were not printed in the actual commander decks, but were instead put into the set boosters and the collector boosters. Together, all the new cards from Crimson Vow Commander add up to 45 cards total, and the list costing $43. The rest of the VOC cards are all located in the commander decks, so if you happen to purchase both of those, then you've completed the rest of the base set for Commander Crimson Vow. Did you think we were done? Try again. The next hurdle is the Commander Extended Arts. Now remember, these extended arts only come in collector boosters, but lucky for us, these Commander Extended Art cards did not come in foil. They only came in non-foil. So the entire set consists of 38 cards, with the entire list being $55. But we can't forget about the stuff that most people will throw away: the tokens, the mini-games, the substitute cards, and the oh-so-wonderful art series. The tokens for the Commander set VOC can be found in the respective Commander Precon decks, and of course the main set tokens can be found in the main sets. You will mainly find these one-sided tokens only in set and draft boxes as well. There are 21 tokens for the main set and 6 tokens for the Commander set. Believe it or not, some of these tokens are actually really sought after for Crimson Vow, and they seem to be going for well over $2. The main set tokens will take you back $20, and the Commander tokens again can be found in their respective decks, so if you bought the decks, you already have them. I would also like to take this time to talk about double-sided tokens, which you can find in the collector packs for Innistrad Crimson Vow. I don't personally count these, because it is essentially just 2 cards slapped back to back, and they have the exact same collector numbers as they would if they were single-sided. They are just of 2 sides. If you wanted to collect those for the set, by all means, you can do that. I personally don't suggest doing that, because that is a lot of extra tokens that you don't need. But if you happen to be opening collector packs and you run into them, you could probably keep them. The minigame and substitute cards are actually considered part of the set since they do have their own collection numbers. So let's see how much these cost. There are 3 minigame cards and 9 of these substitute cards. It's $1 for the entire set. So you could probably just ask an LGS if they have any of these left over, and I'm sure they will give them to you for free. Now on to the Art Series cards, the final piece to the puzzle to fully complete our master set. Now, of course, these art cards can only be found in set boosters, but of course you can buy them as singles online. There are 81 cards in an art series, and they come with and without a gold stamped signature on them, so 162 cards in total when combined. The non-stamped ones go for about $25, and the gold stamped ones go for a crazy $78 for the set. Now, I know $78 does not seem like a crazy amount, but for an entire set of cards that you can't even use and are strictly just for viewing, they're pretty good. So after all of the extra stuff, looking at every nook and cranny, this is what I'd consider a master set of Crimson Vow. The total amount of cards, not including the cards that are reprints in the Commander decks, total out to be around 1,200 cards. and will cost you a whopping estimated $1,850. That is an insane amount of money. Now, to be fair, this is only if you're buying the singles. Opening a few draft boxes can alleviate a lot of this cost simply because you're getting tons of cards for one price. You'll get a hold of those $5 tokens and Art Series cards with the set boxes, as well as a slew of the variants available. My suggestion for those who want to start a master set of this caliber should start by opening a few boxes first. Go ahead and open a draft box, a set box, a collector box, a bundle, and also get the commander decks for the set. Just one of every product for the set. This will make your journey into completing the master set much easier, okay? But remember not to chase, though, right? You're going to get a lot of duplicates, and those duplicates, if you know how to sell properly through TCGPlayer or eBay or whatever it might be, you can utilize those duplicates to buy the versions of cards that you need for these sets. So do that. Also, make sure to just buy your singles if you're trying to fill holes in your collection, because you don't want to just keep opening boxes for the sake of trying to find the last, 10 cards that you need for a collection. You're better off just going out there and buying them, because it is going to be much simpler and you're going to spend less money in the long run, unless, of course, you're like the luckiest person on the planet. But I mainly wanted to make a video like this to use it as an example, to kind of show you guys what a master set in my own eyes would be like if you were to collect everything. And of course, you're going to need like 3 binders, like 3 480-page binders in order for you to do this entire set. But it will be worth it because you'll have the whole thing, at least in my mind, right? I think it's like a fun little thing to do. But more importantly, I wanted to use this as an example, okay? I wanted to give you guys an example of what a difference is between collecting a set from now and collecting a set from 25-ish years ago, right? Plus, if you compared something like this, Crimson Vow, right, which goes for $1,850 for the entirety of the master set, I want you to take a look at the Dark. As of right now, from me looking at, different sites, making sure to check out my own personal spreadsheets, you can buy a near mint copy of every card from the Dark, a 4 Horsemen set from 1994, for $1,100. You could, for $1,100, own an entire set of a piece of Magic's history from its creation. Or you can spend an additional $750 to get Crimson Vow. So, while I like both of these sets, it is pretty apparent which one I would rather go for, because it does not make sense that a set from 2021 would be the master set of it going for more than the master set of something like The Dark. Now, comparing it to something like Arabian Nights and Legends, Legends is going for an absolutely insane amount. It's like $20,000 for like the whole thing, and it's not even every card. Legends cards are insane. $20,000 for like a master set. That's a lot. But, of course, those cards are much more scarce, which is understandable. Even with the addition of Dominaria United, it's still very scarce to find those Legends cards and to have them go onto the market. So which would you choose? The 4 Horsemen set The Dark from 1994 or Innistrad Crimson Vow? Let me know in the comments down below. And also, while you're writing that comment, I want to also know what you guys think about this kind of video series. It's brand new to me. I love talking numbers about collecting and doing master sets and stuff like that, and really bringing to light a lot of these promo cards that a lot of people may not know exist. So if you liked something like this, let me know what set I should go ahead and master set next. See what kind of stuff we have available there. And of course, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel as well if you have not already. You can also check our Patreon link in the description down below if you wish to join the channel in a more monetary sense, but it is not necessary. And then, of course, make sure to check out the little link up in the top right of the screen. That is going to be for our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So if you're watching this way in the future, I've probably already done this giveaway, but I did do this currently, so I wanted to make sure that people are well aware of it in our current videos. So thank you all so much again for watching. I do truly appreciate it, and I will see you all very soon. Nerd out.